Hello everyone, it's been a hot minute since a heavily edited video. I'm sorry for the delay, but I am finally here because tomorrow is a very special day. It will be the 10-year anniversary of the creation of this channel. Yes, through the various changes, the content changes, through the entire rebrand that I just recently did, I still can't believe it's been around for 10 years, and the fact that I was on that hiatus for about 4 years, but still the channel has been here for 10 years, so I feel like this counts. Now, of course, I don't have like a celebratory cake or anything, but at least I could do is give a couple of honest thoughts and my plans going forward and so on and so forth. So what I did is I asked a couple of my good friends on Discord. I asked them to give me some questions about the channel and my thoughts on it and just the whole YouTube process as a whole. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to be going through and answering them. It's like 10 questions max. So this section's going to be a breeze, so stay tuned for that, I guess. First question, what direction do you plan to go in with your content? I almost tongue-twisted there. I want to start doing gaming again. I've said this for like 2 years now. I want to start doing gaming again. It's hard to because streaming is a bit difficult without a PC or anything like that. I have a laptop. It's just I would have to connect that to my consoles and then actually get a streaming capture card for said consoles. I'm sure Xbox has a way to actually stream it and record it at the same time. I'm sure PlayStation does as well, but Switch has little to jack squat. Obviously, you know, I want to do like Minecraft when the new updates come out. I want to play Garry's Mod and just screw around with Sandbox, you know. Horror games are obviously on the agenda as well.
Let's take this map.
I've had a list compiled for ages of just games that I can play on the channel, and I want to get to those at some point. That's really it. I just want to go back to being a gaming channel like I was back in 2013, even though it would be much better now because camera quality and the tools at my disposal are much better. Do you have any desires for collaboration with anyone? This is a good question. I have like a small group of online friends. One of them, I don't know if he would want to be named or not. I'll leave him anonymous, but he's growing in popularity like pretty quickly. He's getting sponsors and thousands of views per video. He's doing really well for himself, so I'm very happy for him. I wouldn't mind doing a collaboration though. Text or call up and be like, hey, would you want to do a collab sometime? You know, maybe help me boost my channel a little bit. You know, no, just that main small friend group is what I would collab with. How passionate are you about what you make? That is not English, but okay. It varies in terms of the content. So like my shorts are very low effort, low tier, but there are say the Sonic Villains edit. I actually put quite a bit of work into that, getting the clips, doing the sound mixing, getting the font, obviously getting the song as well. That was a pain in the ass for InShot for some reason. I don't know why. But in terms of like the big content for the actual channel, again, lately it's been kind of low effort, and I want to start bringing more effort into that, and thus that's where the passion comes in. I want to start putting more passion, and that's what I was doing for quite some time. And I think 2021 with like my Crash Bandicoot 4 video, the sparkling water review, which was such a random idea that I had, but it worked well in terms of like showing off my editing prowess at the time, and just stuff like that is I'm very passionate about stuff that I like to make, because nobody asks me to make content. Even when I do ask for people to ask me for content, there's no, like, you gotta have the branch there to connect to the leaves. So passion, it varies a lot, but when it's something that I really like, I'm hyper fixated on, I can focus on that, I can work on it for hours at a time, probably without getting burnt out at all. So yes, it varies, but when I'm passionate, I am passionate as hell. What drives you to keep uploading? Keeping the channel alive. I don't want to have another 4-year hiatus again. Like a month or 2 long break is like nothing. But like 6 months to a year, I don't want to leave it dormant that long. Especially with YouTube's new policies coming out about inactive channels. I want to keep it alive. I want to keep giving it CPR and electrifying it to make sure that it just stays upright just a little bit. And also just like interacting and making content, getting some time to just be on camera and kind of just do my own thing. You know, aside from my job, aside from the people that I work with, the people that I work for, and, you know, my responsibilities and stuff. Like, it's just a nice little escape that I can get to sometimes. Is this something you see yourself still doing in 5 years? If anything, I see myself doing it more than I do now because I have bigger plans for this channel going forward. It's like the gaming, the reviews that I might do, and just the overall amount of content that I will be pushing out. Sometime, hopefully. The rebrand probably won't be going anywhere for any time soon. I may update some things, but Puzzling Boy is probably going to be here to stay. No more of that fan favorite game series nonsense, because that's just cringy. Would you play and do what you want, or what your subscribers want? This relates to the passion thing earlier. Again, it varies. I want to hear feedback from people who do watch my videos, but it's not as important as just doing what I want and then getting the foundation from there, and then doing what people want, while also doing my own thing on the side. So, for the most part, I'm doing kind of just what comes to mind, what seems relevant at the time, what might appease YouTube's algorithm, so on and so forth. And speaking of the algorithm, how do I feel about it? I feel like the algorithm is very flawed. It heavily pedestals more popular creators, and I understand that. Popular creators is what people, that's what they'll click on. That's what they'll scroll through, and I understand that. But I think having smaller creators, maybe in a separate tab, or, maybe have a little section every month, just like a couple days every month where creators are on the rise or something like that. I think that would be really cool, and it would help smaller creators build up their foundation and get them to higher ranks. Maybe not the ranks of, say, Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, but it'll get them up there. It'll kickstart their progress, is what I'm saying. So, algorithm is just it's very biased, is what it is. And I don't like it, but I have to put up with it. So, is this something you wish you could make money off of? Absolutely. Again, this is kind of why I made the channel in 2013, is because of monetization. And now that monetization has been modified for lower requirements, that really does help out a ton in terms of the monetization progress. And it also drives me to actually get more content out, get more watch hours, get more views, etc. Do you do it for the money? Partially yes, and partially no. Again, the monetization is a very big plus, I will admit that. But it also just helps me branch out. It helps me discover my own voice, which I know that sounds cheesy as hell, but it's true. Right now, I'm being genuine. I'm not doing this, hey guys, I'm not doing this fake YouTuber persona. I'm just genuinely giving my thoughts, and I'm not doing this fake personality stuff. I'm not doing that. Now, of course, I do have to keep it more family friendly for, YouTube's copyright restrictions and so on and so forth, and of course monetization. But for the most part, I am still just being me. So, what brought you into YouTube to begin with? In 2013, I wouldn't say YouTube was in its prime. I'd say right after I got there was in its prime, so 2014 to 2016. That was when YouTube was at its peak, I think. That was Smosh when it was at its biggest. PewDiePie was at his most popular. That was when Five Nights at Freddy's was coming out. That was when Mark and Sean were coming in. That's when YouTube was fully popularized. And I joined because PewDiePie was one of my idols growing up, and to an extent he still kind of is, but it's mainly because YouTube just seemed very fun at the time, and the perks and the benefits, monetization, getting a community built up and interacting with people, that was a very big plus. Which YouTubers would you say you incorporate your style off of? That is a question. That is a question. I think I took a little bit of inspiration from Big Puffer with the vaporwave aesthetic for my channel. In terms of editing, I kind of just developed it on my own. I just kind of took little bits and pieces. It kind of made it how I would imagine humor and whatnot to be. So really, I wasn't directly inspired or I didn't incorporate anything off of anybody else, but I will admit that certain YouTubers have that vaporwave aesthetic, even if it's not theirs. So it doesn't matter. Why do you create content? Again, we kind of answered this. I answered this. I'm the only one answering the questions. Again, it's just fun, and the monetization is a big goal that I want to reach at some point. So that way I can make extra money on the side while also having fun while doing so. What do you enjoy about creating content? Again, it shows off what I like. It shows off my interests, and if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't care. But like my Sonic Villains edit, that has like 15,000 views, and I'm very thankful for that. Like, I wasn't expecting it to do that well, and it's one of my biggest interests, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. That really like kickstarted like I could technically be a shorts creator if I really wanted to, but bigger and better content is kind of what I want. But I feel like shorts creation might be what I need. But we'll wait and see. What do you expect to gain from it? I want to gain, again, my voice. Again, cheesy, but it's true. I want to show myself. I want to get myself out there. I want to, obviously, hopefully, build a career off this and go from there. And if YouTube doesn't work out, then I'll just do it as a hobby. That's all there is to say about that. I'm going to keep doing it. But if it doesn't work out as a career, then it can still be a decent hobby. Do you still enjoy making content and work that has to be put in? I would say yes. Again, it depends on the content, but for the most part, even the most lackluster content like Sparkling Water Review, I can still make entertaining. Loot Crate unboxings, they're still enjoyable because, you know, every Loot Crate was a mystery, you don't know what's inside. Movie reviews, obviously, that's not as entertaining as, say, gameplay or actually watching clips from a movie. But me giving my thoughts about it and just, you know, telling how I feel about this movie or show or game or whatever, it brings this sense of, like, activity, if that makes sense. And so, yes, I do think the editing, getting the music and the sound effects and the memes and whatnot, that's very, it's very entertaining and very fun. Yes, I do still find YouTube entertaining, even though I'm practically a shorts creator at this point. Oh, alright, there we go. Got something. Okay! Alright, there we go, we found it! So, I decided to bring up a list. This is not the list that I have currently, but it is an older list that I initially made for my new channel, which I just abandoned because it wasn't doing well at all, and I just did not care. But I'm going to list off some ideas. Let me know down in the comments if you think these are good, whatever. Sonic game tier list, that's the given. I mean, people still think Sonic is a very popular franchise. It makes sense, and given my thoughts and ranking all of them, or at least the majority of them, would be a good idea. Try not to laugh, try not to cringe. Ready 50/50 I actually did at one point. Decent editing as well, and it was just very entertaining for me. It was very, it was almost like a passion project, but obviously not a passion project, you know. Messing around Gary's Mod, just Gary's Mod in general. Ordering random things online, that's actually not a bad idea. Just using Wish or Amazon or eBay or whatever. Super Mario Party, Mario Tennis Aces. I have not bought Mario Tennis Aces. I wonder why. Smash Ultimate, Cuphead, ooh, Banjo-Kazooie, Majora's Mask. I was not expecting that to be there. JonTron isn't funny, Nuts and Bolts. Okay, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That sounds understandable. Goat Simulator, Vanoss Crew tier list. That's interesting. So it's pretty niche ideas. They're very generalized, but it's good though. It's good. Of course, we also have, like, you know, obviously the movie reviews and whatnot like that. And just overall, I want to bring more content. Not more diverse, but gaming will be, like, the main thing, along with, like, other videos. So, like, lifestyle and, you know, showing off collections and whatnot like that. If given the opportunity, and if given the time, I would probably make a second channel for... may sound very iffy, may sound cringe even. Super Mario Logan based content, so plushie content. I've been wanting to do it again for quite some time, and that's because Super Mario Logan is basically off the platform at this point, and nobody cares about him anymore. And plus, plushie content is, I think, slowly coming back. Tito Totter's still on the, on the site. Banjo-Kazooie Andy is also very. He posts once in a blue moon, but he has potential, and I think having plushie content would be a nice little distraction from the main content. And it's just there if people want to watch it. If your kids want to watch this channel, but you're not going to let them, that would be a nice alternative because it would be a lot more family friendly and just, it would still have like slight raunchiness, but not like R-rated content or anything like that. Obviously, I'm going to try and do, just touring and stuff like that. Just, seeing places and taking the camera places and just showcasing my life for a bit. I want to do stuff on the channel. I want to post it to the channel. And that's really all there is to say. In the next few months, I hope to bring more content onto the channel. And not just shorts. Shorts are fine, but the main videos are what I want to get back. And considering this channel's been here for 10 years, and now I've actually privated a lot of videos, I want to start bringing more content to actually fill that void. And I wish I could do weekly content. I really wish I could. But my job and the expectations of other people kind of refrain me from doing that. And I would love to do weekly content. Hell, I'd even love to do daily content. That's just not possible. Maybe it was back in the day, back in 2017 or 2018. That's understandable because I had a whole 2 months where I didn't have to do anything over the summer. And I want to come back to this. I really do. But right now, I'm not in a position to just drop my job and try to pursue this when I don't even know if it's going to work out. Even if YouTube were just a hobby, I would still want to do it at least weekly, but again, I don't know if that's possible. So just in the next few months, expect, more consistent updates, expect some, more flashy content, expect more shorts, obviously, because that's a given, probably just my TikToks. But overall, just expect more content to come out. That's all that matters. I don't really have much else to add. There's not much else to say, there's not much else to add, and there's obviously none to take away because I spoke way too long on this. With that in mind, thank all of you. I know there's only 497 people subscribed to me, but when you watch this video, you'll know who I'm talking about. Thank everyone for an amazing past 10 years, even though I wasn't here for a good 4 of them. Just thank you. And I'm about to be hitting 500, which, back in the day, obviously doesn't sound like a whole lot, but considering I had the 4-year hiatus and the constant breaks, it's astonishing. And if I really do start pushing out more content, I could technically hit 100, like 1,000, possibly before 2024, if I'm lucky. But I'm not gonna bet on anything because obviously life. I would love that. That would be a nice goal to work towards too. Even if it does mean like only 1 upload per month, and then I probably wouldn't hit it. But more content in general is what I'm looking forward to. I don't care too much about the subscriber count. I just want to get more content out first. That is my main goal. Thank you all so much for watching. I've probably rambled on too long. I don't even know how long I've been recording because they decided to make the text on my new phone white for the recording time, so that's kind of stupid. Let it be known that I'm going to try and be back. I'm going to try and stay. I'm going to try and make more content. Point blank, period. That's it. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. And for those that have supported me and just been there for me, thank you. You know who you are. So I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. I got an upload coming, I promise. So stay tuned for that. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Comment down below. Just anything. It could be suggestions, it could be your thoughts on the video, it can just be a nice heartwarming message, anything. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Are you gay for Spider-Man? If we're talking Tom Holland, then yes.